Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Joe Bachman, and this is Behind the Code. Tonight, since I don't have anybody to set up for the IndieCD site this week, we did have another new member sign up, though. They signed up, it was like Friday or Saturday, so it was kind of a delay on, there's going to be a short delay on getting their information, of course. So hopefully next Monday we will have a new person to set up. So tonight we're going to work on the Burning is Love's website. But first, let us get the important people in here, because you're not here to see me. We have Dawn.
They're not here to see me either. Good evening, everybody.
And whether he wants to or not, he's coming up on stage. We have Rich.
That's who people are coming to see.
Oh!
Guess what I did today? I finally remembered to actually print.
Oh, that
Prototype.
turned out fantastic.
Yes.
Is that one of the big stompy robots?
Yes.
Yes.
Nick better be watching.
So
this is the 3D scan I made at indiecd.com of Nick's BSR proxies. This was the single figure prototype run that I made. I still have to cure it.
Hold on. I'm going to bring you up bigger. Hold that up one more time here.
So this is the proxy that we did a 3D scan of. And I'm still a novice at learning how to use my 3D scanning software and how to edit the figure once it's in. But for something that was based on a shiny washer as a base, it had a hard time scanning the bottom. And actually, if I can get him to make me one that is not based, I can actually scan it properly in all dimensions
What?
But this was the single figure run. I'm actually doing a 6-figure run on my printer right now. So in a couple of hours, I'll see what 6 figures on the plate will look like, and then from there I can figure out how many I can actually fit on the plate.
What if we were to take and do like just take like a permanent marker and maybe color in that shiny metal ring on the
Well,
bottom.
the thing that would also kind of affect it is the fact that with the washer right here,
Mm-hmm.
I can't actually scan what's in here.
Okay, I got you.
So, because I mean, we could always just print a bunch of them and then just base them on washers. Or I can figure out how to do a decent enough disc in Blender and try to stack them on top of each other and meld the two into one image.
Yeah. Well, no, that for a first run, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, for the first prototype off the printer, it's actually working really, really well.
Yeah.
I've got my mic running through the new camera again because I figure it's the closest I'm going to have to a boom mic that will stay somewhat close.
You're coming
The only
through
problem
fine.
is,
You were earlier
if I
too.
lean back. Pardon me?
You were coming in fine, and you were earlier as well. So
Yep.
So
Awesome.
eventually I might get a mount for this bad boy and actually put that bad boy up.
well, I will say that with mine, I was given to me as a gift from Donna and Carl, which I'm sure they're in the chat, and it's been a very nice thing that they had given me. It was helped with a lot of frustration.
That is technically works.
So I'm gonna pull up. So right now, if you go to theburningislove.com, first you're gonna get a security error because I need to work with GoDaddy on getting the SSL certificate updated. I paid for it, and apparently whatever I did didn't work on making the site secure again. But that'll be fixed before everything launches. But I did load a maintenance program on there so that people know that it's under construction if they do happen to visit it. But what I'm going to be working on tonight is actually adding in more products. I think I showed this a couple weeks ago on here. But now I'm adding the designs in. So, like for the snowflakes here, you'll be able to go in, choose if you want the snowflake as an ornament or a coaster, and then choose the design, which all the designs down here are in numerical order. So if you choose number 9, it's going to take a second, and it's going to load it over to number 9 so you can see what 9 looks like. And then you can go ahead and add however many you want to the cart and go there. And then if you switch over to coaster, it updates the price because the coasters are a little more expensive. So that is how I'm going to start setting everything up for people to be able to buy stuff. Wow, blue screen just oof. I know what I was going to say. As I start taking orders and getting some of these designs done, I'm going to add those pictures into the product so people can see what some of the finished designs actually look like.
Nice.
So, and the snowflake product is probably going to be the only one that has like 20 different options. and that may actually get cut back. And I'm going to let you get to the comments here in a second, Dawn. I am going to address one real quick because I had made a comment about 27 days to get the site up and running, and Carl asked, "Why only 27 days? Are you up against the convention time?" Yes and no. If I have this done before April or before RegionCon, that'll be great. I just more wanted to give myself a set date and time to have all this done. So
it gets done, so you're not like, I can do it later. I can do it later. I can do it later.
right.
They should have done that already.
So you guys may see more of these types of shows, which will give you a good look into, if you ever decide to set up your own shop, what you can do with WordPress and WooCommerce.
And you also know who to go to if you have questions.
Yep. You can find Rich at on Facebook and
Don't choke, Rich. Don't choke.
I knew you were going there, you rat bastard.
Can you feel the love tonight?
But with that, we're going to get into the music. We'll let Dawn get into the comments. We're going to be playing Dan Hollifield's second helping album. And this one just seems appropriate. Track 15, Hold My Beer and Watch This Stuff.
Sounds like our lives.
Did you guys see that Dan had posted how he puts his music together? He did a thing on it.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
I actually have that open in a tab waiting to watch.
Yep.
He's like, goes, it might take away the magic, and it's like, no, for me it made it even more magical because there's no way in heck that I could get that all figured out.
Something else I have in a tab that I keep getting interrupted every time I attempt to go peruse it is a short story by one Mr. Joe Bachman over at Apillion Webzine.
Yep, that did launch yesterday. And I have been getting comments from a few of the beta readers on the latest story that I'm doing of, threats of bodily harm if I don't continue with the story quicker.
I will say this: the story made me mad.
So the reason why it ended that way, I actually had a plan. Like, I figured I could make a full book out of that.
Oh, you could.
A small, something about the size of maybe Mad Gas Cheerleader or some of Donna's novels, shorter novellas. And I got to that point, and I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to keep it going, like what direction I wanted to go, and I've started to have ideas, so that story may actually get redone.
Well, you can. It's also open. Honestly, the end of it's open.
Yeah.
So.
So that ending may change and go back into what I was kind of thinking about going with, and I'm still trying to plan that out. But when I got stuck there, I'm like, well, heck, if I change this last paragraph and just make it to where someone walks up, scrambles his memory.
Shush! No, you don't tell people that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's spoiler alert. Yeah, that's so I changed
Joe,
the last.
take your hand.
Yeah.
And smack yourself in the front of the head. Okay?
Hey,
okay.
You know what? There's 2 brain cells left, and they're fighting over 3rd place right now. Okay, don't judge.
Why are you great tonight?
But yeah, I just I looked at it and went, well, if I change the last paragraph or 2, I just submit this as a short story and see what happens. And Dan loved it.
Shall we get into the comments before you
Yeah, let's
spoiler alert everything?
Let's do that.
Boys these days. Joe was first in the door saying good evening, folks.
Hey.
Wow. And Foxy said good evening, Joe. Hello, Foxy. Dan said hi. Hello, Dan. Welcome, welcome. And Foxy said hello. Oh, and Carl popped in here too. Hello. Let's see here. And there's the 27 days. Oh, Thesis is joining us too. Hello, Thesis. And Foxy is saying, hey, love. I'm assuming that's to Thesis. It could be to me. I don't know. And Carl's asking the deadline, and you've addressed that. So Carl's saying, hey, Thesis. And Donna is saying, hey, Foxy, Joe, Dan, Thesis, and Woodsman Dude. Hello, Donna. And Carl's saying, hey to Donna. And Donna's like, hey, and Dawn, because I'm pretty sure she's lurking somewhere. I was lurking in the background. It's just if I start commenting, then I get myself confused. It happens too regularly.
Too harshly.
What was that?
Nothing. Continue. Happy upcoming birthday.
Oh, thank you. And Thesis says, hey to Donna. And Carl said, Dawn working? Nah, she's just eating really fast in order to get here on time. No, actually, I was done eating. Well, sort of done eating. I was... Yeah, anyways. And Fox said, and I'm suddenly not the only girl. But you know what? The girls that come around with this group, they're awesome. I will say that. And Carl said, get ready to dance. Here comes the music. And Foxy said that there's probably not much dancing for her. She was shoveling snow earlier and she's sore. Oof. I hope to hell we are done with snow for this year. I really do. Dan, was that your music?
Oh, we're back to the start of the song.
If you've ever seen Abducted, that song reminded me of Abducted. And Carl said, poor Foxy. And Thesis said, yeah, my shoulder is a bit angry at me too.
So I'm going to switch tracks here to track 14. This one goes out to the beta readers who keep trying to poke and prod at me for getting the next story finished. This track is called You Asked For It, Now Open Up Wide.
Yeah, like I said, my shoulder's a bit angry at me too. And Carl said, I hurt my back a bit bending over to pet the cat. Getting older is rough. The first time I pulled my back, I literally was sitting down to go pet the dog. Now, mind you, I was sitting down on the floor, and it was a toy poodle. Then he proceeded to crawl up my chest and was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh. So it's all Pierre's fault. And Foxy said, certainly should not have been doing that while sick, but gotta be done. Being adult is, that's what sucks about being adulty. You do things that you need to do, but you shouldn't do, but you have to do, but you... yeah. Ice, rest, Tylenol. And Pops is joining us on Facebook, and he said, hey, Joe, if you're hearing us at Pops, long time no see, stop and say hi again. And Carl said, yeah, when you're working, you have to get out and drive. Yuck. And Lisa said, I love the new snow shovel because it makes things much faster, but the snow is heavy. Heart attack snow is what they call that. Oh, and there's Pops, and he's saying, Dawn and Rich. And Donna's saying, hey, Rich. And Bladed Thesis is saying, hi, Richie. And Carl said, is that a... Wow, Rich. And Foxy said, it's a cute little robot. Carl said what I was thinking. It's one of Nick's big stompy robots. It's a cute little robot, but it was a big stompy robot too. And there is about Joe Bachman. It kind of takes you to all of his stuff that he's doing here.
That's me.
It is. And Donna said, that's okay, we like these kind of shows too. What kind of show, Donna? Rich, what were you going to do tonight that we don't know about? Because Donna said she likes these kind of shows too.
Huh?
Donna said she likes these kind of shows too. Well, I don't know what these kind of shows are, but she said it after you appeared. So what were you going to do?
Oh.
Remember, you can't have those kind of shows. It's not the green room.
No, Misty doesn't let me record that kind of stuff.
Adisa says sometimes you need a deadline. I know I did that with my ad just to make me work harder. Yep. And this is the link to Dan's About Me on NBCD, who we are listening to in the background with them jams. And there is the link to Joe's story on Aphelion. I had to be trained on how to say it. So it's Aphelion. And Disa says that he's got that tab up too. It's been a busy day. And Carl said, I need to get over to Aphelion. I spent most of the afternoon watching Atomic Snack Bar videos. Oddly, he was watching some of my videos at the same time. Is that Rob, right? Is it Atomic Snack Bar? Somebody might know. One of the Robs. I don't know. And Carl said, Joe, I like doing the smaller books than doing a sequel or whatever. And RDV, ow, we too. That was Hooli saying hi. Hi, Hooli. And Lisa said, hi, Hooli. And Donna said, hi, Hooli. And Carl's like, sorry that Himoni isn't here to type back. Speaking of your kids, I hope little BB's doing well. She went and had her surgery today to not be a mama no more. And Ian said, my flash fiction story is also live on Aphelion now. Thesis might like it. And then there is the link to that. And Rich says, I guess I should say hello here in the text chat. Because I kind of take over everything. Sorry. Just say shut up, Dawn, if you guys need to say anything.
Well, I am going to take over here for just a second.
Okay.
If you want to star that comment.
We are starred.
So, what you guys were just watching me do there, WooCommerce has the ability to set up what's called a variable product. And what that does is you can go into the attribute section that you saw me in and set up different types of attributes. So, for example, for the Christmas snowflake, I had to set up 2 different types of attributes. First one was the type of, the style that they wanted, either ornament or coaster. And then the second one was which image they wanted. And the image is actually part of the product gallery here. So if you have multiple, like for the snowflake, I had to add each one of those into the product gallery section over here. And then when I came over here to variations, I could tell it to generate the variations, and it would automatically took and made, the style being ornament and snowflake 1, ornament, snowflake 2, ornament, snowflake 3, etc. And then it did the same thing for coasters, so that all I have to do is come in and hit edit, and now I can give it its price, and all that stuff. Makes it very once you figure out how to do it, it's actually very easy to do. The Christmas ornament part took me probably the better part of a couple hours to figure out how to do it. Now another thing I want to show real quick. I'm gonna stop sharing that screen and share this one instead. I made a spreadsheet that has one sheet has all the cost of all my pieces of wood on there, and the other sheet has some of the designs I've done recently. I actually set this up for NDCD-Con so that I could go in and figure out, okay, the large wolf design, which is that wolf yin yang.
Did that go home with Donna and Carl?
It did.
Sorry.
I was able to put in the cost of that particular piece of wood, about what it costs for me to print the design and transfer it, finishing costs. So I get a nice breakdown of what the materials costing me. I have my labor rate set at $10 an hour, and then it figures out a 20% profit margin. So that gives me some wiggle room on top of the labor cost, because really most of the designs you guys see me do is during Burning is Love. So that gives me a little more wiggle room if someone wants to kind of negotiate on price. I have some wiggle room to do that with. But setting up something like that before trying to do a website like this comes in handy, because then you can just go in and say, okay, well, I need, for my 8x8 wood panel, plug in about how long I think it's going to take me to do that particular design, and I can generate a cost to put into the website. So that's all I had.
Okay.
Just figured I'd kind of give a breakdown of what I was doing there.
That is perfectly fine. That's what you're here for. Anything you wanted to add or cheat? Oh, and Donna said she gave me a jewel over my house for my birthday. I'm assuming that's a Munsey jewel. I looked earlier and grabbed the Munsey, but that was earlier today. And Dan said that, yes, the ambulance is on the music. Okay, good. And Thesis in his sloth voice says, "Hey, you guys!" Nope, never heard it before. Foxy said the snow is melting though now. Good. And Kitty is joining us, and Kitty says, "Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Kitty, welcome." Carl's saying, "Hello, Kitty." Hello, Kitty. Donna said, "Hey, Kitty." Lisa said, "Pretty sure she's talking about working on website shows." Must have been something I said. Carl goes, "I think it was after Joe said we would do a lot of Burning is Love website shows." Guys have me all confused. They say that mine's the first thing that goes, right? Donna said, Joe said there's going to be more of these kind of shows, referring to the Burning is Love stuff. Okay. And Carl said Grant's show tonight is pre-recorded so we can be late. Poor Grant. And Dan said, "Yes, our Sterling Esquire is indeed Atomic Snack Bar. He is the disgraced treasurer of the Cult of Chris." Film at 11. And Lisa said her ears are twitching every time you say her name. Is that Huli? Huli is fiction? She's so cute. I love when she just walks through during the tea house. Kitty said that she decided to come over here to say hi. here too, since Thesis talks about me sometimes, and I haven't had the pleasure of meeting most of the folks here. They know me over on Historic Fencing Guild, also known as the Hysterical Fencing Guild and the Hysterical Fencing Guild. So, welcome, Kitty.
Yes, welcome.
I don't think we've ever felt guilt.
There's a typo last week, I think, that it was guilt. That's why it's hysterical.
Well, I tend to call it the Hysterical Fencing Guild because we, NDOT, occasionally we have to deal with the Historical Society. And we have come to just dub them as the Hysterical Society because some of their stuff is just hysterical that they think we can actually do. Why does that price seem way up? Oh.
Rich, why'd you do that?
Or did you think it was me?
Because Joe's way too deep in thought right now.
Or is that what he wants you to think?
What?
So is that what he wants you to think?
That's what he wants us to think, probably.
I think your audio source might have changed, Rich, because you're sounding awfully distant.
Here, let me try talking. I turned him up.
Testing. 112. Montana.
Yeah, you're distant.
Wow.
It might have switched back to your headset.
No, it's still saying a Legend USB camera.
Well,
Any
let's
better?
play. Oh, go again?
Any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so I turned off echo cancellation and reduced the mic background noise to see if I could actually get it to, so I can actually hear the background music that's being played. It's for the past, actually since I got the new computer, videos played in StreamYard, I've got to listen to the audio at its destination source. I just don't pick it up lately, so I was mucking around in here trying to say, dude, what does this do? What does this do?
No comment. It's not the green room. And Dan said, nice to meet you, Kitty. And Carl said, somewhat like a relational database, Joe.
Yeah. That's a very good,
You said database and spreadsheets. I'm waiting for Dan to pop in here and go, spreadsheets. And nice to know another Thesis followers, Kitty.
Excel is my jam. In fact, actually, Wednesday and Thursday, I have to teach a class on basic formatting. And then I've also got to develop next week's Excel tip as well. Excel is the tip of the theme of the month for the IT tips that we're putting out. Because I'm like, hey, Excel's green. March is St. Patrick's. Screw it. Let's theme it that way.
Does it include gradients?
And people, that's me.
Let's see here. Carl said, you are welcome here, Kitty. We are like a family of sorts, although a non-family. Odd is putting it mildly. Now, we're damn good people. You just gotta have a sense of humor. And Kitty said, you could say I'm a follower, giggles. I don't know if that's
Probably a sick and twisted sense of humor that makes things make a little bit more sense here.
Right. So Carl wants to know. So Thesis has a fox and a kitty and a hoolie. Ha! He does. That's making me laugh a little bit too hard for that crack me up. now that the wolf plague plaque is safely in my hands, I have to admit that you charged less than I thought it was going to cost. Joe does beautiful work with his wood burning.
Oh, you could have left it at that. That would have been fine. Oh,
No. The memorial he did for George, the pictures on here in the video did not even vaguely give it any justice to how gorgeous it really was in person. So, Joe, you do a wonderful job wood burning, and that's me being completely not thick and twisted.
thank you.
So, Kitty Self said, "Wolf plague sounds like what happens when a bunch of werewolves get released into the general populace." Do you by chance have a picture of that, Joe, so you could bring it up so Kitty can see it?
Oh, of the Yin Yang Wolf? Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second. I just need to transfer it over.
Foxy said, "Indeed, Carl." And Donna's laughing at Kitty, and she said, "Kitty, it's a beautiful yin yang style wood burning with wolves and a beautiful saying underneath." So,
Pardon me while I scroll through 1,000 pictures of Hobo.
yeah. Did you see, by the way, that speaking of cats, that the misadventures of Georgette and Buddy, Georgette was working on her audition for the Cadbury Bunny. She was dreaming about it.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, apparently that's going to open in GIMP. Okay, that works. Yes, convert.
Oh. Zed's dead, baby. Wait, wrong game. Never mind.
There we go.
In the black there is some white, in the wrong there is some right, in the dark there is some light, and in the blind there is some sight. Is what the bottom says. So, how do you make that big?
There we go.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I should have switched tips before I started doing the lettering. You can see there's a lot of like extra flair around the first line. And I went, oh, I should probably change over to this tip, and then everything went perfect.
But it is beautiful. Here,
Yeah.
And Kitty said, "Nice." That was before she saw it too. She just heard the description, but she went, "Ooh, that's even better," like we all did. Girl said, "I called it the Hysterical Fencing Guild since the night that Nick took out the ceiling fan with and I can never say that word. I never say it right."
Tie.
Yeah, it's one of those words that eludes me. I can say epitome, and I can read epitome, and I can say it as epitome and not epitome.
He did it
That
with a
was-
slice.
And then there was the poor chair. You know, Nick should be watching that tonight.
Well, if you say his name 3 more times, he should appear.
Nick.
Taco juice. Wait, not the greater.
I should have wore a
Wow.
gradient shirt again today. Foxy said, that must have been before I started watching. It's like me trying to go from Trey to Trelena. My tongue doesn't want to cooperate. Carl said, "If I can find the link, which I saved, then I'll post it on the humor group." Yeah. Do it, Carl. Do it. And Foxy says, "Nothing." Oh, Foxy, I feel that nose. Very dumb. She said, sounds good. And Dan said, oh, spreadsheets. Yeah, I knew that spreadsheets would get Dan's heart racing. He said, hey, the lady asked. Foxy said, no complaints.
Conditional formatting.
Carol said, I created an Access database to keep track of our computers, who had which model, their office location, etc. Is that at home or at work or both? And Kitty said, odd doesn't bother me. I'm in an unconventional long-distance relationship and have been in them most of my life. I'm comfortable with odd. Cool. And apparently Dan said, I'm turning a lovely shade of red. Well, it could be my blood pressure, too. Carl said he made the model type and the office location as a drop-down menu so we didn't have to type it in every line. There you go. And Thesis said, a friend of Foxy and I got a new cat the other day. She's been missing companionship since hers passed. We lasted 2 weeks after George passed away before we needed to bring some new hearts into the home. Those of you that may know a woman by the name of Stephanie, she lost her kitty cat, and people were like, when are you getting a new one? When are you getting a new one? She's like, when I'm ready. And I think it was about 2 weeks, and she brought home Gray. So that companionship is just, that extra heartbeat just makes the world. And Michaela's joining us. Hello, Michaela. She said, hey, friends. And Kitty said, oh, cool. So that's, she must have seen the when you put that up there. Have you burned that one yet, the Eagle and Flag?
I have not. This is one of the new designs. So there's a website called Creative Meadow that has tons of PNG and SVG file format designs. And it's, I wanted to say it was like $42 for the year, and I get access to everything. Whereas I could have spent $42 very quickly just getting a few of the design packs. So they're like, oh yeah, $42 and you have access to everything. Sold.
I'll even give you 43.
Yeah. I'll gladly pay the tax on this. Click.
It's neat that you own these and that you can do, and you can change them if you want to or need to, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's nice too.
So actually, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. And play a few ads here. We do need to play an ad for Grant, because his Kickstarter is still going and he's into his stretch goals. And then I'll pick another one at random here. So with that, we're going to watch the ad for League of Cryptid.
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. The epic tale begins in League of Cryptids 1.
Yeah, I'm horrible about playing charades. So,
Yeah, well, you got the one. You figured
Oh.
out the one then, right?
oh yeah, that one I know. That one I know perfectly. I get told that all the time on a road construction project. Yeah, people saying that, showing me the bird so often, I'm beginning to think I am number one.
You would think Josh was here. No, bless his heart. He was posting some stuff on his page, on the weather page, about some stuff happening back home. There was a fire that burned over 1,000 acres, 10 miles from where I grew up. So,
Well,
not fun.
that fits in with
Oh,
the theme of,
hellfire.
that fits in with the theme of Track 13. Set this place on fire.
We didn't even try to do that. And Donna's saying, "Hey, Michaela." She said, "I made it home in time to join. Hello.
Hello, Michaela.
Glad you made it." And Carl saying hey to Michaela, and Dan saying hey to Michaela. And Foxy said, "Yep, the new kitty is decompressing." And they do take some time. So there is the Facebook page for Georgette and Buddy. Shameless plug for myself. And Carl said, "That was nice, Thesis." And Thesis says, "And just so you know, Hobo is his cat. He doesn't have random pictures of a homeless guy in his phone." Yes, he does. I'm sure that Joe has random pictures of homeless guys in his phone.
I have a home now. And I was young. I needed the money. $20 is $20.
And we don't kink shame around here.
We kink question, but we don't kink shame.
Well, not unless it involves horses. Then we kink shame.
No, I still have questions.
You sure you want to know the answers?
Depends on how much
You can
alcohol I have.
You can still shame while questioning.
So, Hobo is his kitty cat, and he got the nickname because he was a stray that walked up to him and his wife and went, "You're taking my ass home," and they went, "We're taking your ass home." So,
We literally found him near the woods by a dumpster.
so yes, he was the epitome. See, I got to use the word. He's the epitome of a hobo. Huh? EPITOME. Epitome. And Fox says LOL. And Carl goes, "Tackert juice?" No, just no. Oh. And McMillan said she needs a green room tonight. Well, we're not quite a green room. We're a coding room. But, so we're not as wild and
There's some
crazy.
green in the background.
True.
But hopefully we can help you get a little bit of your frustration out in a not green room sort of way, because we push the envelope for green room. So
That's pretty
I
nice.
can't believe it's already going on 10 to 8 and we've not had to use the green room sign.
No, I used it once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I know we used it earlier today.
Should have used it when we were talking about Tackert juice.
Yeah, I was busy.
Kitty said interesting mental image.
My hands were busy at that point. Do with
Okay, there you go.
That Nick is not planning on planting an orchard and selling apple cider, Tackert juice.
And Joe said his hands were busy.
Oh.
And we can't see them. We assume that that's what he's typing there, but we don't know. He's that good. He could be doing that with one hand. Or, never mind, not the green room.
Or we can just hope that that Tackert doesn't open up an almond orchard and then try to make almond milk.
Oh, Lord.
Then it would be Tackert nut juice.
Not the green room.
Oh.
So Thesis says that he's been watching, him and Foxy, we've been watching Hysterical Fencing Guilt live stream since almost the beginning. And Foxy said, maybe I'm just not remembering them. That's possible. I don't feel the greatest. If Carl says he has it, he will find it. He could probably find the chair, too. And Thesis says, oh, it's been longer for 2 weeks for our friend. And everybody's different, Thesis. Everybody is different of when they need that companionship again. And Dan said he called about the pension payout today. First check is due to reach me in mid-April at the earliest. So buy my stuff, folks. Kimber and the cats need to eat. Oh, Lindsay and I too, LOL. Uh-oh.
Oh. At the time of the green room, I almost made a green room statement talking about the green room. At the time of the green room, remind me to tell you about the crow yuck story.
I'm scared to ask.
You should be.
Oh, I may ask you about that after we end the stream tonight.
Oh, I'll tell you about it after we end the stream, no problem.
Don't cross the streams. And Donna says, Thesis, sometimes it takes a while. We were catless for 2 years after the last of our 7 passed. And now they're back up to 5. And I don't know, I haven't got there if I asked. I hope BB's doing good today. And Carl said that Michaela, we will probably have a green room on Wednesday night for Dawn's birthday if she's going to be around. Yes, I will be around. Joe broke into my little heart when he said no burning is love, but then somebody made the comment that there would be a green room, so my little broken heart felt a lot better. And that was really bad.
Day off your birthday, I mean.
Yes, so it sounds like there will be a green room Wednesday. And there's a possibility that I might jump on Nevermind the Furthermore Wednesday morning. Maybe. Don't know. Depends. And Donna said, yeah, we seem to lean towards multi-catness.
I don't know what screwing around I did, but I can actually hear the bed music now.
And we can hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that with all your screwing around, that we can still hear you, so.
Most people don't want to hear me screwing around, so.
Well, that could be the Crow Yuck story. And Thesis says, I can't wait to see Joe burn my new logo. That'll be awesome. He did a really good job with Dan for Studio D. He's amazing when it comes to wood burning and other things. So Trey says. There is the link for Grant. And Michaela said, oh, Carl, I'm probably working, but that's awesome. Aw, man. Well, maybe we'll still be greening when you get done.
So I will try to. I might work on Thesis's commission tomorrow, or I might just do it during the green room Wednesday night.
So that means you have to tune in.
Oh no, I'll still do the time lapse of it.
Oh, okay. And there is the link for Trilena. Did I say it right?
Trilena.
Trilena. How do I say it wrong then? Trilena. So it is trill, like a trill.
Trilena.
Yeah, Trilena. Oh, that's what I had to say. But then again, my Minnesota accent comes out and I fuck a lot of shit up.
Yeah.
Carl said, then again, Discord is open every night. If you go there, who knows who might show up. Haha, yes, we have had random green roomness happen at any given time. And it is kind of nice and it is fun. So if you ever need one, Michaela, too, you just go in there, pop in, and just kind of do a shout out to a few of us or however. And usually people pop in. And Kitty said, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, because I will answer. And Kitty said, ooh,
I will answer too, and most people don't like those.
Kitty said, ooh, Thesis would like that wolf design. I think that Thesis has commented on that before, hasn't he?
I don't think so, because this is the first time I've shown this design. Oh no, you're talking about the wolf, the yin yang wolf.
Yeah, the one that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe she. And Kitty, I do apologize. I assumed that you were talking about the. Oh, that wolf design. It could be the other one. I don't know. Thesis. If it has a wolf, Thesis will be happy. If it has a fox, he'll be very happy. Because Foxy said very nice, and Thesis said yes, I would. And Michaela said, I'm working on book cover ideas and images for 31 date nights in Roguestone. Ooh.
Nice.
This is hot. Those would be some hot and heavy dates with the way those kids act. And Carl said, Katie, the green room is part of my Facebook group for people with warped humor. You'll have to ask Foxy about it. And Foxy said, you'd enjoy it, Kitty. And Carl said, the Crow Yuck story. And Foxy said, Thesis does the green room, and sometimes I just sneak in the background. It's always fun when we get to see you and Hoolie when you stop in and say hi. So you guys are fun. Carl said that BB came through fine. Can't pick her up until tomorrow. So you guys had your wounds today. So. And Donna said she's making a note to ask about Crow Yuck story Friday night and maybe Wednesday. And Thesis says, and while reminding people, I will have to tell the Carnival Cruise Line topless deck story. And Carl's making notes. Good. And Carl said he almost forgot to put his like on here. So folks, if you could put a like on here and make sure you're subscribed and share it if you could. We always appreciate it. It's such a fun group that comes in here. The more people that we get that are fun, like Kitty's our first time here. Hopefully she'll be back because she's been a welcome addition as everybody is here. So, and Foxy said, "Shame, Carl." I know, Foxy. Good thing Sarah wasn't here. I wonder if she's working. She's probably working. I guess Sarah's working.
No, I'm totally not working on two computers at once.
And Foxy said, "You'd be in trouble." What?
Eh?
Huh?
Eh?
Huh?
Well,
I didn't do it. He was dead when I got there, I swear.
We're just randomly talking and it's making me a little concerned. Hi!
I am always randomly talking.
And Foxy said, he said I'm not allowed chopsticks on stream anymore. Huh? Yes, you are. I gave you permission. And that was in the green room. Nobody else saw the chopstick. Oh, wait. Was that the green room? If it's the green room, anything's allowed. And Thesis says, my story isn't as dirty as it sounds. I promise more entertaining than dirty. I believe that. And Donna said, entertaining is okay. There are some clean, entertaining stories that come out at times. And I finally caught up to you people. Whew. I absolutely do enjoy doing this on Monday and some Wednesday evenings.
oh.
Hmm.
Oh no, I won't be around this Wednesday. Next Wednesday I won't be around. Yeah,
So you'll be around on the 6th, but not the 13th.
yeah. Because I have my town meetings that night.
Okay. So if you guys don't want to do a Burning is Love, we can always do a green room. Otherwise, I do have the keys to this that I can kind of run and do some kind of show where we can make fun of Joe.
Go for it. Set up a show, invite people in.
Hey, Rich could do a dry run with another dry run with Rings with Richie.
Yeah, dry run. I've never had the runs be dry. But anyway,
I can't believe he hasn't even, flinched.
Dry runs, would that be like a dry heat from the back door?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Oh, the boys I put up with around this place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right, 12.
okay.
So far as that.
Ready?
Oh, wait.
No,
We
I
did some
did not
comments.
select something. Behave? No. Bad
Fox
computer.
said for now, getting caught up on there. Hold on here a second. I saw something come up. I want to get to it. Kitty said he could fill several volumes with all the stories he has. Well, you were around writers, right? You can, as Nick would say, you can't write or you can't edit a blank page. So start writing those. Foxy said, call it the Chronicles of Thesis. Charles said, let's not get a habit of clean stories in the green room, but sometimes clean stories can be fun in the green room, especially if they happen in a shower. And Donna said, Foxy, do we need Keisha thesis into putting them into a book together? Because we totally do that around here. Do we need to Keisha thesis into putting...
Okay, so that was before your time with the group, Dawn.
Okay.
During a green room one Friday night, we had let's call it an intervention with Keisha.
A bookervention.
Yes, Booker. Mention.
Hooker Benson? That's what I heard.
And it was pretty much all of us just going, you need to get that published. You need, get the cover design, get that out on Amazon.
For the record, this is before my time, too.
And this was early on in my time where I was still just the, computer nerd that was hanging around a bunch of creative people.
But they Keisha'd me.
So I'm gonna show one thing here real quick.
If it's a severed head, I'm going to... Oh, wait, sorry.
No, I keep those outside. So I was talking about the different variations and having to go through and set each price. This is what the snowflake one was. It was 3 pages worth of having to set a price.
Wait, they...
One of these.
Yeah, oy vey.
And it was getting kind of monotonous typing in $3, $3, $3, $3, $5, $5, $5.
You should be used to putting out $3 and $5.
Well, yeah, that's all I put out. But they still pay me $20. Hey, Nick. Hopefully Xander's not here, too. Okay, before we go on the comments, start the comment you're on. And Rich,
Quit talking. Oh, not you. Sorry.
and Rich, we're going to pull you back up because Nick is here. Kind of jumping ahead.
Ooh.
Let me make you the big one here. Nick, look what was created today.
Bend over.
You know what? I still clenched.
It's a big, stumpy, cute little robot.
This was from the 3D scan that we did at IndieCDCon, or Rich did at IndieCDCon, I should say.
It was his weed
It
shit.
is printed, of course. It has been rinsed. I'm still waiting for it to dry a little bit before I put it in to be able to cure. If I cure it while it's still wet, it's going to get a lot of little white spots all over it. But then again, if you're just going to prime it and paint it, who cares about the white spots anyway? But so the single print, the single prototype is done. Looking back over my shoulder at the printer, the 6-pack just finished printing a little bit ago. So those have got a rinse, and we'll see how they look in comparison to everything as well for how everything comes out on the build plate. But yes, the prototype, she has been done. Or he, or they. I'm not going to assume their gender. I think some people robots have feelings.
You do know what that deserves, right, Rich? He's so cute.
Oh, Squeak?
He got a squeak. It's squeak worthy.
You know, it helps if I use the correct way to navigate on the correct computer when I'm trying to do things. Trying to use the mouse hooked up to this computer is not helping me navigate on this computer.
God, if I had a nickel for every time I've done that.
If I had a nickel for every time I'd done that, I would owe somebody 5 cents. And Dan said, quick, everyone, type faster. Dawn is catching up with us. Dawn caught up, and then you guys went zoom again. And Foxy
Right
said,
now, it's my new laptop, my old laptop, my work laptop. Sea of monitors.
Foxy said, if she types faster, she makes many mistakes. And Thesis said, I'd rather not. Most of them are about my Psycho X, and those aren't very nice. And Carl said, we are at 40% of our new Munzie Clan goals for the month. And while they were doing something, the boys were doing something, I went and grabbed that jewel. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, Donna. And Carl said, speaking of injuries, my imagination is running wild about Kelly's shower injury.
I'm still convinced that she injured herself fighting Nazis in the shower over some type of paranormal artifact. It's not fiction. She's just, fictionalizing her real life.
So are you
Kelly
saying
is
that
Bishop Kincaid?
That's what I say. Are you saying that she's Bishop Kincaid, but she had to change the gender so people wouldn't think it was her?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Damage, or Belated Thesis said, emotional damage. And Carl goes, Keisha was dithering. We started splitting up tasks and told her that it had to be done by the end of the year.
Hey, now, this is a family-friendly show. None of this dithering talk. Wait.
Well,
Never
we know
mind.
she's dithered a couple times. She's got kids. What's the matter, Joe? I usually can't get you to giggle. I just got you to giggle.
Because with this, I'm not having to concentrate so much as when I'm doing someone's actual profile.
Okay.
Because when I'm doing their profile, I'm trying to make sure that I get the links correct and all this other stuff. This is just kind of a mindless, I've gotten a routine now and can just...
Right.
Pretty soon we're going to have to add another category to Indie CD, aren't we?
I was just happy I got to make you giggle. Nick says
3D
hello all. Hey
printing?
Nick, when did you get here? I didn't see that.
Chain mailing, yes.
For cheese rings.
Chain art.
Yep.
And Foxy said, hey Nick. And Nick saying, hey Foxy. And Carl said, we have conjured Nick. Hey Nick. It said you, but we all did it. A second, I'm trying to get caught up again, you guys. Oh, Donna said we did more than that. We gave her a deadline to have it finished. We helped edit it, and we had her on a Friends Creative podcast to talk about it, so she had to get it done in like 3 months. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get a fire lit under somebody's ass. And Thesis says the summoning has succeeded, and Donna said, hey Nick, and Nick said, nope, he's in the bath. He's referring to Xander, so now we can green room all we want because Xander is in the bath. And Foxy said it's this little stompy robot. It's a cute little stompy, big stompy robot. And Nick said it came out pretty well. And Foxy said, like me, it's just cute. It's cute. And Hannah said we need to finish Keishaing Rich. He's ready for a cover and then publishing. And Rich said, this is why I have a KVM switch to swap between my 2 main computers. And I caught back up, so now you guys can talk again.
Well, this is going to be the last product that I'm adding for tonight. So I'm going to have to find some more images that I want to upload here. Let's take a look at this one. Let's publish it.
And Donna wants to know if that was a big enough hint, Rich.
What about what?
That you're going to get Keisha.
Technically, I meant Keisha. Wait, that came out wrong.
Wait, how did you say that? Can you say that again, please?
That is way nope.
I missed that. Can you repeat that, Rich?
Nope. Uh-oh.
Just go back to about 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 25 seconds. Start playing from there.
Ain't happening. I am not risking my wife walking by the door and be like, what the hell did he just say?
Hey, Carl, you know how you get the screenshots of me and everybody gives you the time? Well, there's an audio that you can get from Rich.
Technically, I'm in the middle of the process of being Keisha.
And that's Carl, and I will agree with this. Wow. I think there was a collective wow across everybody.
This is what happens when Richie is actually trying to hyper-focus on something and still trying to hold a conversation at the same time. Many misspeakings.
A little faux pas here and there never hurt anybody,
Yeah.
usually.
Oh, I messed this one up. Hold on. I forgot to add the categories.
And Donna said, yeah, Carl, you need to get together with Rich and get a cover for his book. Aw. And Donna said, isn't that good at just hinting? No, you're not. You're just going to say what comes to mind. And that's why we love you, Donna.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You pretty people.
Alright.
And Carl said he was going to do it at IndieCD.com, but he was busy all day. Oh, God, that was a fun day.
Well, it's starting to look more like a website.
I love that kitty one.
Yeah, there's some other kitty ones I'm gonna upload to. I thought. Oh yeah, there's a couple other kitty ones. Actually, what I could do
Excuses?
is make those all under the cat one. I might just do that real quick.
Under the cat one, down by the burning road. Oh, wait, sorry. How that got stuck under the boardwalk stuck in my head, I don't know.
Boardwalk. And Donna said if she had known that, she would have been bugging both of you about it at the con. So Carl was holding out from Donna. Mm-hmm. And Michaela is said that, oh, Carl, I'm playing with colors for these new book covers. These new book covers, and this is getting interesting. Ooh.
Interesting is always good.
Yeah. And Kitty said, Kitty! Oh, Kitty, you should see the one that Joe made for our George. Oh, I'll have to bring it in here next week. Hopefully you'll be here. It just turned out so excellent. And Carl said colors, like for backgrounds?
And of course, it's going to say it can't process those images, so I got back out, come back, and it didn't process them all. That's the first. Okay. Oh, crap. Yeah. Oh no, they're there. What? Ugh.
Electronics are so much fun, aren't they?
Yeah, fun. That's the F word we'll go with. Sure.
Yeah. And Carl said that he is going to have to watch Grant's show later. I think his guest is using the same program that Joe D. McPhee uses for his comics. And what's that called, Donna? Daz Studio?
Dad's 3D Studio.
Thank you, Carl. Or thank you, Rich.
Actually, I misspelled them. That computer.
Don't confuse yourself more. Let's
I collect weird programs to just start trying to learn, and then I squirrel the hell out of them.
not all of them. Just saying. Kitty said that we need a kitty and Wolfie ornament for the Christmas tree. I already got a foxy one. Ooh. Well, if you wanted to get one that's burned, I can direct you to a guy that's really good at wood burning. His name is Joe Bachman. He's right there. Dear Donna said, thanks, Joe and Rich and Joe Witzman, dude. How the hell would I know? I love you, Donna. Because it's sort of Carl. I'll have to send you some of the pics. And Donna said, I know Joe D works with Daz. And Carl said, cool, Michaela. And Nick said, I have been bugging him for a decade. Which him have you been bugging for a decade and for what? Is this the quicheing on Richie?
Yeah, it's the quicheing of Rich.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad y'all haven't quicheed me on anything that I've opened my mouth about.
Oh, the day's coming. Don't worry.
I keep doing stuff, though.
I keep telling
Yes,
you.
all I have to do is mention the Chicago Fire, and Nick will twitch
Oh, wait! Rich,
and reach for something to swat me with, and not the good way.
came up. The fire!
Okay.
I keep telling you, Don, you need to do your own little talk show.
Nobody wants to listen to me about stuff.
No, you interview people. Just do it better than Ryan does.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Medic!
I'm doing this because I'm assuming that at some point I will get a screenshot for tonight that has to go on Carl's Wall of Dawn. So, you know. How's this one, Carl? Did you get it? Good. And Nick said, God dang it, Richard! Yeah, Donna said, Nick, you mean Rich? Yeah, I quicheed him enough to have the text done and it's been edited. All he needs now is for Carl and him to decide on a cover. And Carl said, whoa, names were named. And Thesis said, why do you think I keep most of my ideas quiet? Here's the thing, Thesis. Eventually you won't. You'll slip. You'll say something. Somebody will latch onto it. And they won't let go until you've been quicheed or whoever. And Nick
You'll
just
slip in
yelled
the
at me.
shower, break your foot, and have embarrassing stories to tell.
And Nick just yelled at me. He said, silence your imposter syndrome, Dawn. And Carl said somewhere a persimmon is quivering. Oh my goodness.
There's plenty of people that want to hear you talk, Don. I will learn how to speak here eventually. It's not like I do it for a living.
Lisa said I'd be on Dawn's talk show. Oh, Lord. And Nick said that you need a show. Who are you talking about, Nick? Can't be me. You just said you. There's a lot of yous in this vicinity, right?
Here's what we need to do, Don. We need to set you up the talk show that is just ungodly early in the morning, and we can call it the crack of Don.
Rich. Remind me next time I see you, I give slap you off for that one. Donna said, thesis, do I need to do an intervention? I can, you know. And he said, and then Foxy and I tell everyone about your story ideas. Yes, do it, Kitty and Foxy, let us know. And Carl said she's trying not to do the video. I can't laugh at you, Audrey. Don't even attempt to do the Viv. And Dan said, Richie, get out of my head. I don't want to know what you were in his head about, but I have an idea. Oh, Lord. You know, okay. If this were to happen, just let me say this. If this were to happen, Nick would have to do the art for the thumbnail or for whatever's behind the thing, and he would have to be precise with how this is done. Nick said, I know I have had several folks literally try to steal my ideas / properties, going so far as souring what could have been a lucrative license deal with a mid-sized miniatures game company. Hold on, I have to clean my glasses because I just smudged the hell out of them. And Thesis said, it could be like Last Man Standing. No strict theme, just friends talking about stuff. And which of my friends are going to be up at the butt crack of dawn to talk about stuff? They're all going to be sleeping from the last night show, the night before show. Thesis said, the taco show.
Yeah, there you go. You can do a Mexican review.
And Dan said, we steamed Dawn's glasses up. No, I smudged them by doing this. Too many times dealing with you people that I love with all my heart. I just smudged them again doing that.
Dealing with you.
Utes? What's a ute? I can see the comments coming, but I can't see the comments.
I had a friend that had 2 utes. She had to see a doctor about that.
Did they burn them off or freeze them off?
I believe they cut one out.
Woo! And Carl can hear Donna laughing all the way across the house. And Nick said, by falsely claiming to be my business partner, so I keep my ideas under my hat till I am damn sure I have bona fides in order.
I keep mine on my computer because they get lost under my hat.
And Joe McKeel is joining in off of Facebook, and he's saying, what's the YouTube channel? Give me 1 second here.
Yep, I'm sending it to him right now.
Don't mind, because anything worth doing is worth doing well. That should have came across on the...
It won't come
Yeah.
across on Facebook right now.
It did or did not?
It won't. Facebook's not.
Hold on. You people are exhausted. Oh, there he is. Joe Dog made it. Okay. Thesis, you people? How dare you?
You know, Joe, you wasted a perfectly good time to grab the 12-hour Rickroll
Oh,
and send that over.
Okay, you're getting the Viv look.
Mhm.
That's to Rich.
No, I was talking about him sending that directly to Joe Dog, so that Joe Dog could click on it and finally get rickrolled by somebody else.
Woo! Okay, just sweet on that a little bit. Donna said, Dawn, I'd get up just for you. I'd probably go back to bed afterwards, but I'd get up for you. Aw, thank you, Donna. Lisa says, I is a student at the University of Utah. Oh my god, you guys are cracking me up. Nick
For my
said,
friend, it was
yeah, you
computers.
have an idea around here, folks will make you do it.
Okay, good. So I got what I think I need, so you can go back to sleep. Sleepy time. Yeah. Yes, I talk to my computers like they're pets.
I get it. Yeah,
And sometimes
so, yeah.
I threaten them like they're children.
But yeah, so Nick said that you would have an idea, folks will make you do it. You open your mouth. And Carl said, Dawn, you could do like I do. I have a morning show just whenever I feel like it or have a topic. No set schedule. And there's the link that I found out that I sent that didn't really go anywhere where I wanted it to. And Donna said, always a good idea, Nick. And Carl said, hey, Joe Dog. And Joe Dog said, here I is. Welcome, Joe Dog.
welcome,
Donna
Joe
said,
Dog.
hey, Joe Dog. Nick is saying hi, Joe Dog, and anyone else. And Carl said the cats usually have me up before dawn, so I'd be up.
Updated.
I got nothing. Well, I got a lot, but I got nothing. Because I put the green room sign up there. Dan's LOLing. And Nick said, and Dawn, I was completely referring to you about doing your own show. And Joe Dog, I thought a Ute was an Aussie El Camino. I thought a Ute is somebody who is on trial with Herman Munster presiding. And Thesis says, don't we all
Wait,
talk about electronics? Oh yeah, I cuss mine out all the time. And Donna said, if Dawn has no set schedule, the Witsman Dude would have to come and get me. And Dan said, getting up for Dawn.
Yeah.
What's you could get up for what's a mid Keisha?
That I honestly don't know.
We need some context here, Carl. Apparently, Rich figured it out. Apparently, Dan figured it out. Okay, Rich, tell us since you got it. And apparently, Joe and I are oblivious. That's not getting it. That's letting us know it was a green room. And Rich.
If it's a green room one, he can explain after the show. Which is I'm here very shortly because I am actually done with the website for tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. But how would I know if when to set my alarm if I have no such? I will think about it, work on it. I've had a couple, big things happen within the last month, and now I'm kind of in that point where I can move somewhat forward, and I've just got a few things I have to work out. So things are in the process of going forward with me. I got
You can have it any time of day and still have it called the crack of dawn, and just have it be ironic.
Don't you think?
Oh, just like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, it's the crack of dawn somewhere. So
Keisha should be her belly button. And I wouldn't be mid Keisha at the crack of dawn.
And I'm tending to agree with Dan's comment.
I feel like we need a green room after this warm-up show. If Michaela's still with us, she was needing a green room, so this might be a good time to. You said you're done.
Yep. We're gonna turn off the music, and I just realized I never even ran the banners tonight.
Oh.
So we'll turn those on now. Yay! End of the show. But with that, folks, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you, Dawn and Rich, for both being on here.
Always a pleasure. It really is, even with everybody picking on me. I love you all.
And with that, we will see you at some point. Probably next Monday. Some of you sooner. You look like you got something you're going to spout out there, Rich. I keep seeing the mouth open and...
I was about to say, I've got to check to make sure people ate because I started making everything. Well, I was in mid-making of dinner when I hopped in the show. It's in the Instapot. So Misty's sleeping. I just got to wake her up so she can eat dinner. But I got to make sure Crow eats early enough that they can go to bed reasonable so they go to school and stuff. So,
Gotcha. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.